So before I read this, I just want to tell you where it's from. It is from a workbook called Cultivate the Process of Living from Your Heart. And it's volume 1, The Head to Heart Journey. It's from a collective of artists, musicians, artisans, poets, all of them led by Jonathan and Melissa Helzer. I highly, highly recommend it. It is wonderful material for a devotion. You will grow in your relationship with God if you get these books and if you read these and use these as part of your quiet time. I will share the link in the description below. But this particular poem is from Jesse Miller, and the photo is by Melissa Helzer. And it seemed fitting considering I am in Panama City Beach by the ocean. It says, when all is quiet on the dark glinting pallet, can the sea hear her song? Does she know what she sounds like when all who move her are gone? Unaffected yet connected, all that move her still exist. They swirl inside her, but on the surface sleep. She moves, her sound is soft. She catches and cradles herself again and again. And then God asks her, what makes you beautiful, sea? Them or me? When are you, you? Then or now? What is your song? Harmony or melody? I do not know. Dare I say I do not know. I love the way I sound when birds are far from me. I love the way my surface feels, absent from sun's heat. I crave the time when travelers choose a route other than me. But whale, he knows what's underneath, and sand, she knows me deep. When boat splits through my watery soul, I feel I have achieved. The things that rob my quiet song are to whom I love to sing. Forgive me, God. She overflows. He wraps the lovely sea within, his arms she'll always be, and alone she'll never sleep. Now, let's talk about what that poem means, at least what it means to me. As I sat here thinking about it, God asked the sea, when are you you? What makes you beautiful? Is your purpose, the things that you do, the reason you exist to house the fish in the sea, the boats to take mankind over from place to place, the things that you do and that you are good for and used for. Is that what makes you you? Is that what makes you beautiful and valuable? And that's the question he asked. That's essentially the question. And I think that we can tend to get caught up in that same trap of thinking that that's when we're that's when we're most valuable, or that's when we have worth, that's when we're worthy of something, when we're actually working, when we're doing something, when we're productive, when we get it together, when we've made it, when we finally have lost that weight, when we finally have gotten that job, when we finally have this or that, or we've achieved this or that, when we finally, um, conquered that addiction, whatever it is, even, when we finally have a quiet time that we spend with God every day, and we're consistent with it, and that can become a chore, that can become a something that we beat ourselves up over, and we just get on a wheel, and just spin our wheels and go round and round and think that, God, you know I'm worthless unless I do this for you or that for you. And um, the truth is, that's not true. That's not what he's saying here, and that's never what it's been about ever. If you read the Bible, that's never been what it's about. Um, all he ever wanted from the beginning was us. All he ever wanted from the beginning in the garden was to be with us. All he ever wanted was a relationship with us. In my previous video, I said it's not about a set of rules, and he's not about a set of rules, and it's true, because all he ever wanted in the beginning, from the beginning, was a relationship with us. And that's all he ever wants. That's all he wants now. And it's not about what we can do for him or what we can do even for others. It's about that relationship with him. And that is the first step. He's just standing there waiting for us. He's just standing there. He's not impatient. He's not wagging his finger at us saying, you should spend more time with me, or you should do this, or you should do that. He's simply waiting and calling for us to come and be with him, to come and talk to him, to come and sit with him for a while and just be quiet in his presence. And we don't have to do anything or be anything except exactly who he made us. That's all he wants. He wants us. He wants our heart. He wants everything of us. That's all he wants from us. That's it. And those are my thoughts for tonight. And I hope you all have a good night. And I am going to continue to sit here and listen to this wonderful ocean and sit in the presence of God and in His love. And I hope whoever you are and whoever is watching and listening, that you grab a hold of that, that you discover that for yourself, because it is the most wonderful and amazing thing you will ever experience. Have a good night.